What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Kaspa today at the request of Zaki. We're doing this for you, my friend. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. So Kaspa sitting at 12 cents, down 25% this month so far. Not looking the best, but there is a silver lining to the price action right now, and we'll get into that. Right? It should be obvious if you're a trader, right? Sorry. The silver lining is we're in this consolidation phase, and it does appear that you're at the lower ends of this consolidation phase, right? So if you were looking to buy Kaspa, I suppose this would be a better area than 90% of the time that you've been in this consolidation phase. Hold on. Had to clear my throat out there, man. But I do think you go lower. I personally, even though it's maybe a relatively good area out of this whole time to buy, I don't think it's a relatively good area to buy based off of these moves, guys. I want to point something out, okay? Kaspa, and I know, guys, I know everybody in the Kaspa community hates whenever I talk about the price going lower. They want to say that TA is wrong, it doesn't apply to this, but just hear me out, guys. Here's some logic here, okay? Look at Kaspa, and let's look at the others chart, okay? Others. You can pick out any crypto probably right now. And this would work out, but the average crypto probably looks something like this, okay? You look at the Kaspa chart and you look at the others chart. What do you see the difference, right? What do you see in a difference? Kaspa is at the bottom of its range, right? It's not breaking out to new highs. It's certainly not doing this where it broke out and it's back testing previous areas of resistance, right? That's what most cryptos are doing. They broke out and they're back testing previous areas of resistance. Beyond that, last week it had a very high, or 2 weeks ago we had a high wick all the way up, and then last week as well we had a pretty decent wick to the downside, right? Not a solid, not as big as the week before, but still a pretty decent wick coming up. Kaspa, both weeks, full body candles to the downside. That's what they call. It's not a Maru Bazoo to be completely fair, but those are very bearish engulfing candles to say the least, right? In 2 weeks' time, you engulfed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of closing price action, right? It's not a good look. Beyond all of that, you know, from a low to a high, relative low to a relative high, you went all the way down to basically your 886. We look at the relative low here to the relative high on others. You're holding your 382. Very strong, right? Didn't hit your 618, didn't blast through it. Very strong bounce for the average market or average market participant in crypto. It's a really nice look. Tearing through your 618 on the first attempt, not a nice look at all. This is actually very, very bad, right? And I'm pointing this out. I'm comparing this to the others chart because others, for those of you that don't know, is the top. It's the total market cap in crypto outside of the top 10. So Kaspa is technically even included in this, but it's included in this and it doesn't look like this at all. It looks worse. That means it's underperforming most of the market, but we already knew that. You broke down below the golden ratio, and what you did after you broke down below it, you back tested it, right? You found your low here and you back tested the golden ratio as resistance. This is not good, and this confirms everything that I've thought, and it would take a lot, and Kaspa is one of those coins that kind of defies gravity, and it can look like it's doing one thing, and it's right when it looks the most like it's going to do something, that's when it turns around. Right when it looks like it's about to break out, that's when it turns around. You know, it does this. It has that personality trait. It's hard to predict in that sense, but given the statistical probabilities of what we have before us, I have a very strong suspicion with a very high amount of conviction and confidence that we're at 12 cents now, 11.96 cents as I'm speaking. Kaspa will see 8.5 to 6.8 cents over the coming weeks, probably within the next 3 to 6 weeks is my expectation. Then here's my next expectation. Here's a call that I'm going to make right now, and this is a little bit of a let's call it like a I don't know, like a psychic prediction. Kaspa over the next 3 to 6 weeks will move down to 8.5 cents to 6.8 cents. Okay, the rest of the market over the next 3 to 6 weeks will move up. They'll do 2 to 3 to 4x's, okay, while Kaspa's moving down. And then here's the second half of that prediction, is that when Kaspa finds its low, it'll likely be the end of January, beginning of February, middle of January, beginning of February, somewhere in that time frame, right? When it finds its low, the rest of the market tops. Kaspa probably moves up while the rest of the market moves down. That's my prediction, right? So while the rest of the market might laugh or it might send shivers down your spine while you're moving down for now, I have a suspicion that when the market tops off in January, by the end of January, Kaspa will probably start moving back up. It'll probably not move up to new highs. I think the cycle's over for Kaspa, and I think this move will verify that and solidify that this was the all-time high for Kaspa. Yes, the all-time high is in for Kaspa, you guys. I very much believe that. But you still will have upside moves between now and the end of the rest of the crypto cycle. I don't think your bear cycle is going to be as conventional as the average crypto coin. Having a bear cycle in the middle of a bull cycle for the rest of the crypto is going to give you some advantages. Let's just leave it at that, right? So I do think you're going to move down, but 6.8 cents to 8.5 cents, you'll probably move back up to these current areas of price and then move lower from there. That's kind of my expectation. But I think I've said everything I need to say. If you guys like the video, hit the like button. If you hate the video, hit that dislike button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit that like button. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Thank you all for being here. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. And at this point in time, you've had plenty of opportunities to sell. If your question is it too late to sell? My answer would be, this is not an ideal area to sell at all, right? You had an ideal area 2 weeks ago. You had an ideal area months ago several times, and even before that, right? You had very ideal areas for a long time. It's not an ideal area to sell, but I would say it's probably fine to sell here. It would be worth it. I think it's more risky to hold here, even at the risk of seeing some kind of bounce, because whatever bounce Kaspa gets from here, it's going to be less. It's not going to 2x from here. It's not going to 3x from here, right? The average market participant in the crypto ecosystem will see a 2 to 3x over the next month. So even if you sold KAS now and put it into something else, you're probably going to do better. Even if KAS did bounce here, even if you sold at the worst point, and it could be, it's at the lowest point of this move so far. But odds are it probably does go lower, right? If the question is it too late to get out of KAS, I would say if we look at the overall chart, no, it's not too late, but it's about to be. It's about to be. So make your decision now. Make your bed, my friends. Hopefully I'm just the fudster spreading FUD and despair, and I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. We look at this weekly RSI. It's in a very established downtrend. Very, very established downtrend, right? Lower highs, and actually it might be more connected if we do these highs, right? Lower highs here, rejecting the 60 area. You're going down below the 40. You've got lower lows as well, okay? Lower highs and lower lows. I wonder where you're going to go. You're probably going to get oversold, probably. And that, my friends, weaker readings beget stronger moves to the downside, right? Like this move here. Not as big as this move here. I think we can see that, right? We look at the RSI respectively. Low here, but this one went lower. You saw weaker readings. It was a stronger move to the downside. If we go lower here, it would make sense that this next move might be stronger than the last move. And if our suspicions are correct that this next move down could be stronger than the last move down, we might see stronger movement, right? It's in the proofs. It's in the pudding, man. Proof's in the pudding. It's in front of your face. If you don't want to see it, you just don't want to see it. I get it, but it's going down. And watch it bounce from here because I'm saying that. Watch it go up to like 15 cents from here because I'm saying that. You get back above 15 cents, I will accept that I could be wrong. You stay below it, 8.5 cents is your minimum target. With that, I leave you. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.